Hello, Paul Ferrace, no longer in San Diego, but on the opposite side of the country, on the other coast, here in Ocean City, Maryland. Now, those of you that are experts and devotees of museum submarines might be asking, what the heck submarine memorial is there here in Ocean City? Well, there is, and yet there isn't. Behind me, several miles offshore, is the USS Blenny, SS 324, Vallejo class submarine. In fact, the last fleet submarine in the Navy's inventory. Sadly, it rests forever offshore as an artificial fishing reef, sunk by the Navy in 1987, 88. Anyway, they no longer had use for that great ship, and took it out here, cut holes open, and blasted her with det cord and sent her to the bottom for a fish condo. They brought a number of the Blenny submarine veterans out on a charter boat to witness the demise of their boat. And you would think that's where the story ends, but no, not really, because there's always an additional chapter, and we'll talk about it in a minute. So join us as we look for remnants of USS Blenny. Okay, I'm back from my vacation to Chincoteague and, of course, Ocean City, Maryland, and we're here in Cod's Fleet Submarine Shoreside Support Facility, known as Building 13. Very secret. In fact, the facility I'm in was built in the 1950s as the nuclear warhead assembly building for one of Cleveland's Nike missile sites. In fact, Evan's gonna not turn the camera where I'm looking, but I am looking outside in the parking lot, and there are three missile silos surrounded by recently installed chain link fence. There are three magazines out there. You know, that's a subject for a separate program we'll do. Suffice to say, yeah, we haven't had any of our nuclear weapons in here since 1970. So we have the assembly building, and it is a godsend, especially when we are storing items like these. These are some of the items I picked up from Barbara at the director of the Ocean City Life-Saving Museum. This was some of the stuff they were able to pull off Blenny before the Navy blew it up, and Evan's going to do some editing magic and show you some of the incredible videotape we have of the preparation and sinking of our sister ship USS Blenny. Cod, of course, is SS 224. Blenny is SS 324. And we have that unique connection on our 7th patrol after we rescue 55 Dutch submariners. 6 of our crewmen are rescued by the Blenny. So just as we have committed ourselves to remembering and keeping the memory of the Dutch sub 019 alive, we also have a commitment to try to keep the memory of the Blenny alive. And here we are with 3 cabinets that I was able to literally put in the back of my Toyota a number of years ago. Up here, in fact, we're going to ask for your help. This is a small locker. You can see it's been painted numerous times. It's marked antidote locker, do not open except in emergencies. What the hell is the antidote for? I don't know. And of course below that is a typical battle telephone, sound-powered phone locker that actually does need to go aboard Cod, because we lost one of our battle phone lockers. One of a numbskull person who we don't want to talk about decided to take it home as a souvenir. Anyway, so we need to replace that. This is something that is not found on Cod. It apparently holds pyrotechnics, gyros, and detonators from submarines. And looking at the phenolic tags here, I know, and of course the pop rivets, I know this was not World War II. This is obviously a relic of Blenny from her Cold War era career. And Evan, you've cataloged this. You've inspected it. We've cleaned it, right?
Yep. Yep. It's empty. There's nothing in there.
All right. Anyway, it's a weird kind of triangular shaped locker, and show you how big it is.
Oh, I forgot about that.
All right. Well, who do we?
It's nobody.
It's the guy who.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, you.
That was supposed to be.
Oh, you son of a! There, you should rot forever.
That was supposed to be a Christmas present for you.
Oh, you touch my heart, Evan. Anyway, so yeah, that's a remnant from our Halloween on a Submarine program. But anyway, detonators. When not installed in warheads of torpedoes, detonators are to be kept stowed in their protective cans in detonator lockers topside. Topside what? Anyway, that's not World War II procedure. Gyros in the cans, we know all about that. Pyrotechnics. Well, we know this is probably in one of the torpedo rooms, either forward or aft, because that's where the pyrotechnic ejectors were located on Vallejo class and later boats. Cod, our forward pyrotechnic ejector is in the forward port quarter of the control room. Later boats had it moved to the torpedo room. So being Blenny, being a Vallejo, she probably had this in her forward or after room. So we'll take a still close up in that so you can all read that. But if you're a torpedoman and you have some knowledge of this locker, please chime in on the comments. But now for the pizza resistance, or as my French friends would say, the pièce de résistance, the big piece of Blenny, and kind of literally our signature piece from Blenny. So again, the contents of this room is top secret, so pause the camera and turn it back on when we get over to our primary Blenny artifact. I'm hoping there is no dispute that this is from Blenny, the name board. Likely on the aft superstructure near the turtleback, forward of the turtleback. And as you can see from the back, welded and riveted construction. Nothing like this exists on Cod. And Blenny, being an EB boat, like Cod, we just have basically rivet heads spelling out well, maybe they do. There's rivet heads spelling out Cod. And at times in Cod's career, they've been painted in with the name and not painted. I think currently they are not painted, but we know what Cod is. And with our name boards being visible on the brow, being visible from space, I don't think anybody ever leaves our compound questioning the name of the sub. But this is Blenny, and this, Barbara showed this to me in a photo, and thinking that perhaps it was wood, I said, send that immediately and I'll make arrangements to come down by car and pick up the rest. Well, I wasn't aware that it was steel. And of course, paying the shipping for something that's probably 35, 40 pounds of steel, and it's a little rough to handle, and also, yeah, you can cut yourself. But that is Blenny's name board from her superstructure. it's painted gray or really badly faded white. But someday, when we have our visitor center, this will be cleaned up, and this will be hanging in the exhibit area with a nice interpretation of our connection with Blenny. There are so many fleet boats, and Cod represents all of the history of the fleet boats, but Blenny has that special connection to us because they saved Frank Kimball and John Babbitt and Bo Renfro and Tommy Sang and George McKnight. So we definitely have that close kinship with Blenny. But anyway, so that's our little connection, and it was a nice trip up to Ocean City late in the season. Boy, I can't believe how many silly trinket stores there are on that boardwalk. If you ever get a chance, get to Ocean City, check out the Ocean City Life Saving Museum. People there are really great. There's some fascinating exhibits on the turn of the last century efforts to save lives of people in the surf. Check them out. And remember to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and we'll be back with some more content. Thank you.